Hello, welcome back. I got some enchantment research done. So we're almost at Seeking Arrow. We'll have that next turn. Same targets besides that, and still doing quite a bit of research. I found a magic site in our new fortress, Sparkling Fields. That's one gem. 2 new prophets, Pythium, and Shinu has the last samurai, but a goblin. Is their new prophet? And a couple of battles then. Took another underwater province, that's nice. Getting some more experience on our fast She-Lord. Katiz then took those 2 provinces adjacent to Arco, including Cavern of Tog, which is where we moved into. Which is unfortunate. But that does also get rid of these these last few items as well. Because this does not go well. You don't have a problem with the units. The units were able to just stand here and tank quite easily. But the poison cloud from these guys, the poison sling, we just don't have any poison resistance. There's probably an N1 spell that gives you poison res. I should double check that. Let's say, yeah, we just eventually die of poison damage. Too bad. It says Cavern of Tog. Also saw a battle between Mictlan and Arco. So, good to see Mictlan's Bless. And, you know, it's a Bless. It's definitely a Bless. It is solar weapons and decay weapons. So, pretty interesting combo. Shock res, poison res, bit of fire res. 5 defense, 2 hit points, 4 strength, and 30 combat speed. Yeah, it's a Bless. A lot of units here as well. So that's Underspring. We don't have a border with Mictlan, so not a huge point of interest for us, but maybe eventually we will. We moved the big army into Parched Expanse, that's all fine. We also didn't spend any gems, thankfully. We took Wood Many Paths from the Vinemen, so no problems there. And finally we saw Shinu taking that fortress, which is basically empty. So Shinu does still have a fort. So, you know, something to be aware of. Events then, Soaked Earth, we got some unrest and lost some population. White Water, we got some unrest and lost some population. But in Terran we got 20 income, so that's quite nice. And a new famous hero. So, watching you from afar, got into the Hall of Fame, and picked up Heroic Endurance. So that's not bad. Got 2 reinvigoration at the moment. Needs to get up to 6 to be able to fight in Heat 3, so good luck to him. Anyway, here's how the map looks now. So yeah, Mictlan is over here. They do neighbour Katiz, so they're a potential ally in the future if anything goes wrong. Let's talk about it now. This turn, I'm just going to move straight onto Shinu's cap. He is summoning stuff. Probably want to press on as quickly as possible, regardless of what we plan to do in the end. 6 dark candles still. Only 25 defense, he hasn't been bumping the defense. If we could see that the defense was very, very high, we'd know for a fact he was planning on patrolling, but since he hasn't put any in, can't tell. I'm going to assume he's just going to hide in the fort though. So I'm just going to move our stack onto it. I am slightly nervous that we get attacked by Katiz now, who has these stacks. The stacks are still very vulnerable to Seeking Arrow though. So one thing I was thinking of doing is just sitting this stack here and not moving it, and we build a lab this turn, because then all of our big mages are right here and they could do Seeking Arrows from it. But I'm just kind of taking a chance that we're not going to get attacked this turn. And if we are, well then we'll have to do something about it. Back in my cap I stopped all my recruitment so that I could queue up another tour. So this is another Seeking Arrow caster at least. But it'll be 2 turns before we have it. But yeah, let's just hope we don't get attacked by Katiz next turn. That would complicate things. Assuming we don't, we're going to move on to Shinu. It's the same army we've seen, it's just 60 Sacreds. And then, yeah, a bunch of our mages are doing Aerialies now. So the big mages can do it for 1 gem, The A2 mages can do it for 2 gems, and the A1 mages can't do it, so they do lesser ones instead. Besides that though, pretty similar army to everything we've seen so far. We'll just have to, well, I'm just going to assume that we're just going to put it under siege this turn, and nothing else is going to happen. If we have a battle against all this stuff, because he's been summoning, there's Okamis, Claymen, Whites. Okamis I looked up, they're the dog things that we can see. This is mostly dogs in the army. But these guys do have cold resistance, so while Frostbrands can't cleave them down very easily, unfortunately. But besides that, they're just normal dogs. And I'm bringing 3 of our geared out She-Lords in this battle. So these guys, they're up in this corner, doing the usual business. The rest of our She-Lords are sitting around here building temples at the moment, so yeah, we're getting down 4 temples this turn, around Shinu's cap. So if we can squeeze out Dominion quickly, we'll just dom kill him and not worry about it. But I say that in several games and it never really happens. Dom killing people is pretty difficult in Dominions 5. But who knows, we've got our dragon right here. We'll have a prophet and a bunch of H2s on his cap, preaching. And then we can temple every single province. I mean, might be okay. We'll see what happens anyway. So moving on to the cap. Building temples. I think that's the important stuff. I'm not feeling very well this morning, so I'm having a bit of trouble sort of focusing. So I hope that covers the important stuff anyway. Moving on to the cap, I was worried about this, and I'm worried about whether or not we're going to hit patrollers or not. I wasn't sure how many She-Lords to bring with us, because we could like not build the temples, right? And just attack with the She-Lords as well. But I settled on 3 She-Lords coming with the army, so splitting the difference. We have a few of them helping in the battle, and the rest building temples. Not sure if there's anything else important to say. I'm moving a She-Lord to Trollland to preach to deal with the story event, and this priest is going underwater. Put up a temple there. And our quick She-Lord is going to attack Devil's Pond next, which is Turtle Tribe. But we should be fine still, I think. Best of luck to him. Yeah, I'm going to leave the turn there. I'm going to partial to stretch this out as long as possible. It looks like other people are busy anyway. Yeah, I hope I covered everything. I hope I feel better next time I do a turn. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.
Hello, welcome back. Message from Mictlan. Mictlan does not hold grudges, Mictlan just gets even. So there we go. Some research done as well. Got the enchantment, we get some evocation, some construction, and then we're just going to go up Thaumaturgy, I think. The balance mod that we're using puts Ventral Water at 8, which is pretty far. But yeah, we'll try and get there. Give it a shot. Point of Fire has been claimed by an Archtheurg. Diaportant. Mictlan has put up Mother Oak, it looks like. Yep. And then there was a battle in Shinuyama. So, last turn I used my massive brain to deduce that Shinuyama probably wouldn't patrol with everything. It turns out he patrolled with everything. So we get to have a real battle. Fortunately, I did explicitly put a bunch of Aerials in the script, so that'll help. Dinyashi walk forwards and meet the Okamis. Yeah, magic power. Hold resistance. Pretty nice stats. Not very much protection though. They also have 16 attack here. So a 16 attack, 20 damage by length 0 though. I mean, they're decent units, right? They die very quickly. But I don't know, these are getting beat up by cows as well. They seem like they'd be okay, but they just die immediately, so I don't know. Once those are down, start chewing through the little goblins. We have some Aerials on the back lines as well. I think there's 10 whites, but they get killed pretty quickly. There's a second round of Aerials. One of my She-Lords has rushed the back lines. Got one Aerial here as well. Oh, 2, 3, 4, okay. Few more She-Lords. Yeah, that's... I don't think there's anything he could do. That's a lot of airlies at this point. Escaping up a hill. Almost got that last one. Yes, there's Shinuyama. We lost 29 things. We lost 2 soulless, 6 long dead, 4 cows, 3 furbolg, a devil, and 13 sacreds. But Shinu lost everything, so... Actually, you know what? I didn't double check if anything retreated into the fort. But there's a ghost cat that I guess is in the fort. I have no idea how to interpret that. Maybe that was a thing, a guy shapeshifted into it before he died. There's one shooting doji that survived, it looks like. The Ubers all died, though. Bakemono Sorcerer died. Okay. So there's probably no mages in the fort, unless there's a ghost cat. I have no idea how to interpret that, but maybe there's a ghost cat in the fort. But that's probably it. We killed all the Onis, all the Bakemono, all the Claymen, all the archers. There's maybe 3 swordsmen in the fort. There's maybe 3 Okamis. Kill all the whites, kill all the Bakemono shows. So fort is probably empty, is what you can take away from that. Probably nothing of any great consequence in there. Didn't cost us much either. So, about as much as you could hope for. Saw Mictlan taking another province, this time an independent one. 2 battles then in Tiash. Looks like Shinu tried to take this province, but it is also tried to take it. So that's nice. These 2 bumping each other. Poor Shinu. This is a lot of his good quality units. Yeah, not a good turn for Shinu. But also not a good turn for Katiz. So that's a good turn for us. As there's Tiash. So Katiz lost 10 of these Sobek warriors, that's 300 gold down. 2 Sobek Sacred Gods, 110 gold. 2 Sacred Serpents, 28 Elite Warriors. He lost a lot of stuff. And yeah, Shinu just lost a bunch of stuff he has no hope of replacing now. So, very nice battle in Tiash. And we also attacked Devil's Pond. Probably not worth watching this, but I like watching how fast She-Lord, he's cool. Gonna be a lot faster on land. That's it, farm that experience. I think it was my Flegra game, maybe, possibly, where there was someone, there was an opponent that had a national cavalry hero that had heroic quickness, and he had like 200 combat speed. It was just extremely funny to watch, and I've always wanted to have one of those myself. It's also cool because if you ever win a battle and the opponent routes, nothing escapes the battlefield. So I really hope he becomes super fast. There's Devil's Pond is a great province as well, so I'll look at that in a second. Events then, Bycliffe, we got some Earth Gems, Whitewater, lost some Unrest. Criminal Leader has been caught and hanged. How'd you get hanged underwater? I guess he just gets strangled to death. And Shinuyama, some unnecessary laws have been abolished, yeah. We're making some changes in Shinuyama. For better or for worse. Lost a scout in Dural Woods? No. Independence attacked Pythium in Dural Woods. Shinu's cracked open. And Arco has been permanently vanquished. We also killed an Affliction, which might have been this guy who had the Battle Fright. Can't remember if that happened this turn or last time. Either way, that's it for messages. So, here we are on Shinu now. His army's gone. Time to do nothing but storm the castle then. Same script, same everything. The castle should be empty. One thing I am slightly nervous about is we haven't actually seen Shinuyama's god yet. But I imagine if that had been in the capital, we would have seen it on the report, right? No idea what his god is. But we're just scripted the same, and assuming the fort is empty, we shouldn't have any problems. We had 3 gems left, so I've given them to 3 of our big mages, so we can deploy 3 size 6 Airalies as well. So we should have no problems there. And Shinu's had really good scales all game. Still got growth 3 in his cap. So this is a nice fat province too. The surrounding provinces not so much. 23 income, 27, 16, 36, 19, 10, 47. But that's okay. We really just wanted gems over here, and we've got lots of gems here now. Shinu's cap will give us a bunch more than gems that we don't have as well, which is pretty cool. I'm going to start doing some dark knowledges this turn, I think. And these wastelands might be good targets to do dark knowledge, I don't know. I feel like Shinu probably searched them for death is the thing. Especially since there's a cave here. But I don't know, we'll have 6 death gems per turn next turn, so we can waste some. Oh no, we'll have 5 per turn next turn. So we can waste some on random site searching, why not? I'm also probably going to empower a Banshee and fire at some point. I've queued up the recruitment of another Lawmaster over here. So we'll have one more roll of the dice, see if we get a decent Lawmaster with like Fire and Earth. That would be nice. If not, I'll probably empower a Banshee, because we have lots of fire gems. We're on 6 per month, we'll get another one from this province, so 7 fire per month with no fire mages. Might as well empower someone. Also, yeah, we took Devil's Pond. This is almost 17k pop province, 131 income currently. That's with death scales. Pretty impressive how many people live here. So I'm glad we picked that up. Overt photography can head home now. Very victorious. His heroic ability is up to 58%. It's not bad. I've been making some items from him. He'll have the cat charm and then a green dragon scale mail, just in case he bumps into Katiz at some point. I'm not sure whether to put the heart on him or not, though. I hate that it's cursed and you can't get rid of it. But I mean, I guess it does make sense. But maybe. Might make him something else, though. What else is to say over here? I'm going to do some site searching. All these places where we just built a temple this turn, all the shields can just take a turn to site search. We are going to do a lot of research over the next few turns, and there are 2 thrones we have access to. So the target over the next few turns is just going to be pick up these 2 thrones and do some research up to Thaumaturgy 8. First bit of prep we need to do is scout this throne. So there is a scout moving over gradually. You can ping that next turn. And then we'll have all this force over here, so as long as it looks reasonable, we can probably hit it. Looks like lots of Wolf Tribe. And then a couple of special 4-unit guys who have, whatever they're called, what are these? Yavanna Archers. So we'll just see if there's a big mage here or not, and if not, we can probably run into that with just our army. That should be fine. We know this one's pretty easy as well. But it would be nice to wait until we have Charm, so that we can try and get some fire mages out of it, if we're lucky. But we'll see. It'll take a few turns to move this army all the way over here anyway. So that's fine. Also going to forge running a regen this turn, mostly for my god. And I think that's it for important actions this turn. I am also getting down a temple in Sea of Plenty and a lab in Soaked Earth, which is a real luxury. So we can start getting some lizards out too. And then we should have pretty decent income next turn. We need to push our luck skills over here to get some more gold events as well. But yeah, we've queued up a Lawmaster in 3 Pine, and we have a Tour almost ready in Eriu. Would be nice to just get those every turn from now on. But I did have to sacrifice some unit recruitment this turn. Speaking of, maybe this temple will push us up to Dominion 8. Been on 7 for a while. We did just spam a lot of temples as well. Other little things this turn include forging another ring of water breathing somewhere. Somebody's doing that. Yeah. And we're recruiting a little priest over here. So you can go and put temples down in these provinces. That should be fine. And I think that's it for this turn. There's a Dark Knowledge being cast. There's the Ice Storm in the castle. Ring of Regen being forged. Water Breathing being forged. And yeah, that's it. So currently 299 research. But a lot of these guys can start researching again next turn. Including all the bards and probably the death mages too. And hopefully we can do a bit more mage recruitment each turn now that we've got a bit more income. That though is the turn, I think. So fingers crossed there's nothing crazy in Shinuyama. Do we want to keep Ordo anywhere? Might be useful to help defend these provinces over here, that we don't have to commit any real force. I don't think it's a big deal though. So that was on 28. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.